Hi, thanks for joining. It's Patty from PS Paper Crafts, and I'm going to show you how to make this great Christmas card using the Toile Christmas Stamp Set and the coordinating dies, Christmas Cardinal Dies. This came out in last year's holiday catalog, and I almost forgot about it. It got carried over. I'm so into the new mini catalog, I forget to look at the Christmas stuff in the annual catalog. So I came across it, and I'm using the Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper, and I thought it went very well together. So let's get started. The first thing I'll do, let me get my pieces out, is I'll do some stamping. I'll be stamping the cardinal and this little branch with the berries, and then the sentiment, and then I'll cut them out with the dies. It's nice that there's coordinating dies for each of those pieces. So let me just pull these out. So see, you have the cardinal, and then you have this branch, and then there's two sentiments, the Christmas wishes, and then the May Your Days Be Merry and Bright. Both of them have dies that cut them out. So this would cut out the, well, this way, and then this one we'll use. And then there's these little scrolls, and I'm thinking, I haven't done this yet, but I'm thinking that you could probably have him sit on that or something, but I have him on the branch, and let's get started. So I will be stamping in black memento ink because I'm planning on coloring with the stamping blends, and you need to do that. So let's get the cardinal, and I love that it has all the black lines in it, so it really gives it some nice kind of realistic look, some texture and stuff. So I did touch up the black around the face with a black blender, or Stampin' Blends, I should say. So he's kind of crooked, but I'm trying to save space. And let's do the branch. We'll do all our stamping, and then we'll do some coloring. And then I'll step away and cut them out. And I even did some of this on the inside, so we'll do that as well. So let's just press that good, and then we'll do, actually I think I did that in brown, so let me get the soft suede. So the colors in this have soft suede and old olive, I think it's garden green, so I tried to coordinate with those colors in the paper. And that's what I love about our products, that you can have the ink, the paper, the cardstock, the ribbon, everything coordinates nicely. Okay, so let's put this aside for a minute, and on the inside I have the sentiment, may this season be filled with beautiful moments and happy memories for you and those you hold dear, or most dear. So let me get my inside piece. I have that mounted already. I like it when everything is in the same stamp set. Sometimes the sentiments aren't really what I want, or they don't maybe have an inside sentiment. So I was happy with this stamp set because it has everything. And then I will do some of these berries. Let me get a piece of scrap here and do some of the berries on the top and the bottom. So I don't have to ink the whole thing up. And I do have the sticker on this. I usually don't have the stickers on my stamps, so this one actually makes it nice. One of these days I'll go back maybe and put the stickers on. I get so excited and I want to play with them. Plus the stickers are a little bit sticky for me, and I'm afraid I'll rip it off, but I know you can rub it against your shirt and get some of the stickiness off. I just haven't done all that. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll step away, or actually let's color, and then I'll cut. How's that sound? And I'll probably speed up the coloring. So I'm using, again, the Stampin' Blends, and I'll do the beak. This is the dark pumpkin pie, and I think I'll use the thinner end for his beak. I have to say that I love cardinals, but I really love the females, the ones that are more orange, and their beak is very orange, and I know they travel in pairs. When I lived in New York, I had a window view of a bird feeder, and in the wintertime, the cardinals would come and they'd sit on a tree next to the bird feeder, and they would be sitting in the snow on the tree. It just was so pretty, and that's kind of what this reminds me of. So let's get him done. I'll probably speed this up. So this is dark real red, and I'm just doing like lines because the way it ends here, there's not like a border, so I'm just kind of as if I was painting. So I will quiet down and speed this up. Okay, do you see my mistake? I'm going to try to use the color lifter. It's going to be very hard because it's red. What the color lifter does is it takes away the color, and red is not an easy color to get rid of, but you see how it's getting lighter? And this won't cut, it gives it a little rim when it cuts out, so it's not going to cut close enough to the edge to hide this. So I did a pretty good job. I'm going to try to do it, I'll let it sit for a minute, and I'm going to do the black around his face, and I'm really going to just dot this just to get it a little bit darker. And the way these markers work, they really kind of saturate a little bit, so sometimes if you dot, you're okay. I'm going to try to get rid of this again. Oops, don't want to use the red. That would be a problem. So I'm just trying to kind of push it back in there. I think that's pretty good. You can actually color in here to lift some of the red if you wanted to make him a little bit lighter. So I think that looks pretty good. Phew! I'm going to just touch up right here, and hopefully I won't make it worse. And if you wanted to make parts of it darker, you can just add to it and it will layer. It's pretty cool how it works. All right, one more time on the color lifting, and then I think we'll leave it alone. And I'm just again pushing it back. Okay, it's like it never even happened. So now I want to do some of the berries in the same real red, and again it's the dark real red, and I'll just quickly color these in. Okay, and then I'll do the leaves in dark old olive. Okay, and then the last thing is the branch, and I did that in the dark soft suede, and I think I might try the light soft suede and see if I like that better. I feel like it's a little kind of muddy and dark, so let's try the light, and if I don't like it, I can just cover over it with the dark because it will blend nicely. So what do you think? We'll do a comparison. I really like to color. I could see making this card and getting all the pieces and sitting in front of a Hallmark Christmas movie and doing my coloring. Do you guys watch Hallmark movies? Christmas is already on, and I'll watch the same movies over and over again. and enjoy them. I'm usually doing something while I'm watching them, so I don't completely get focused on them. I don't feel like I ever sit and watch TV and just watch it. Although I've been watching Heartland lately, and I really like it. It's on Netflix, and there's a lot of seasons, and I really like it. It's about a girl who is kind of a horse whisperer, and it's filmed in Canada, and the scenery is just beautiful. But she has a special connection with horses, and it's about her family on the ranch and all that, so it's a good show. Okay, so which one do you like better? The dark or the light? I guess we'll have to see it on the card to make that decision. So let's put this aside, and I will step away and get my die cutting machine. We'll cut this out. We'll cut the sentiment out. That's the wrong way, this way. And then this branch. So I probably will run them through separately just to be sure nothing moves. And I will be back. Okay, I am back. I've got all my pieces cut. And I love how this cuts out the pieces between. Really neat. So let's put this aside, get our card back here, and start putting things together. So let's see. I think I'll use my liquid glue and just put a little bit, just a little tiny bit here. And I had some very tight border here, which if you follow me, you know I love to do that. I like to just have that pop of white to help it contrast off the card base. I think I want it this way. So then we'll put a little glue here. And lay that down so it's got more of a border. Okay, and then I want to just place everything to see where I want it. This could be at a curve, which would be nice too, but let's see what we want to do. So I want to have this here. It'll probably hang off a little bit. And the cardinal, I want him to be able to sit on the branch. And then have this on the bottom. So the cardinal and the sentiment I'm going to put down with dimensionals, but this I want flat. And this would actually be a good piece to cut out with my adhesive sheet, so you can just kind of peel off the back and make it a sticker. I didn't think to do that. That would be good for something narrow like this. So let's kind of see where we want it before I press it down. That looks good. And if it's hanging over the layer, that's okay. You just don't want it hanging over the card. And let's put some dimensionals on this guy. I'll put a few on. Running low on this pack. Oh, I have these cut. Perfect. I must have needed the pieces between for something narrow, which I actually will do for the feet. I just want a little piece. So I like to just cut this stuff up and, oh great. Don't want to tear that. So we'll put one, maybe that will be enough. I want to make sure it doesn't show through the top, the front. Okay, so we'll just take the backs off of these. We're almost done. We have the inside done. We just have to put that layer on. And this is really pretty, the cardinal for Christmas. I'm glad I came across it. I was looking through my stamps saying, what am I going to do today? And I saw this guy. And then we can just put this on. I'll just use these so I don't have to cut. 3 should do it. Take the backs off, put our inside in, and we've done another card. So I think I've been making cards over time for my videos, so I have 2 of each. So I think I just may do a variety of Christmas cards for people. So let's see, I'll just put a few dots on this. I used to go all the way around, and I kind of found that sometimes over time you see the line of glue. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens sometimes. And one of my customers used to tell me that, and I thought, no, that doesn't happen. But then it did happen, and I think the little dot, I like using the liquid glue, and it is very strong, but that little dot just holds it perfectly. So these are the cards. You can put some Winkostella on him if you wanted. This guy looks mean. I think it's the way I colored up here. Look at the different faces. It's kind of funny. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and come back and watch my next one. And let me know if you need the new catalog I will be sending out in December. I know it's early, but we as demonstrators get to see it before you guys do. So if you're following me and you wanted to get on my list, my mailing list, let me know. I'm Patty at pspapercrafts.com. All right, you guys have a good day. Bye.